Hey, come here, I want to show you something.
What? What you drug over here now?
Remember the reel you sent me that had these wagons hooked together and they were getting pulled along?
Yeah, the ones that steer around?
Yeah, you remember what I'm talking about. Let's do a two-seater.
I like where this is going. So a couple buddies sent me videos about building these little chairs that go up behind a tractor with a steering wheel on it. The channel name is okoffroadmowers. These guys look like they have a lot of fun, so make sure you check them out. Ever since then, I've been watching all the videos on them, and it was just the coolest thing. We had built trailer chairs forever ago, but never thought about making them steer, so we're going to do just that. Nice. So we've gone ahead and taken all the stuff that used to mount it into the minivan, so all we've got left is these bolt holes, and I think we're just going to reuse those as well as the hardware. We'll make a simple axle with spindles on the end of it, and it's just going to have a tongue coming out. This is going to be like way easier than we thought it was going to be. All right, so John, what do you think? You think we should do like a box frame and just weld that axle to the bottom of it with the spindles on the ends?
Yeah, let's do it as simple as possible. It don't need to be heavy. We have enough heavy projects to have to move around.
There is that, and I mean, we ain't no spring chickens no more.
No.
I sneezed too hard and I threw my back out. Old measurements on this one. All right, let's make her happen, Captain. So here's that piece I just cut. I think that's gonna work good, man. This is sitting far enough back that you won't catch it on your leg. Got plenty of room to mount tabs to hook it up to the bolts. Okay, so this is really turning out to be one of the simplest things we've ever done. Word of advice, buy pre-made tabs. This saved me a ton of time not having to make these. You can get them in any thickness, any size. I just bought a bunch of these. I did have to drill them out a little bit, but then we're just going to use those. All we're going to do is use the existing hardware that came off of the seat. We'll run the bolts in. We're just going to lay these cross pieces across it, tack them in place. We've got our axle that we're then going to lay across there. Then we can start figuring out getting the spindles attached. Yeah, we just line them up. Probably have that one butted up, and then this one's going to have to sit on top of it.
Got to lift the front of the seat up a little bit doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks official to me.
Well, was good enough for government work.
Yeah, we want to be able to sit in this thing when it's not attached to something with it out, without it flipping backwards. I mean, if it does, that'd be funny too.
It wouldn't be the first time it's happened.
I'm guilty of that.
We also got some more pre-made gussets, just the little corner gussets, just to give it a little bit of extra strength. I mean, we're not going to be doing nothing crazy on this thing. It's my lie, I'll tell it how I want to. Yeah, we'll just have a little bit of extra security with these gussets to make sure the axle don't break loose on us, because
you know, we're gonna have grown people acting like children on this, so need a little more strength.
It's kind of how we do things here. Unbolt everything, fully weld it, let it cool off, and put it back in. And this part will be pretty much done. All right, can you line me up? Yes, sir. All right, so we kind of got the tongue figured out. We figured out what we're going to do is, obviously, we'll have the ball hitch up here, and we're going to put another hitch ball back here. But I'm going to get these tacked in place so we don't lose it, because we got the measurements right.
The reasoning, we think we're going to run the steering shaft up through this. We haven't decided completely yet. That's the thought process here.
John keeps reminding me that this thing has to steer, and I keep forgetting. So, anyway, let's throw some tacks down. All right, so the camera died, but we kept on working. So we've got the tongue welded in. Got the two-piece tongue going all the way up. We're going to actually run the steering shaft down through here, and we also welded in the spindles on both sides. So before we attach these wheels, I wanted to go over something really quick and easy with these. So these are 5/8 go-kart spindles, just the Amazon specials, right? These are the bearings to fit 5/8. Well, as it turns out, they fit right into these little Chinese kids quad wheels. So we said, we're gonna run it. We're not using the brakes, but the hubs and everything work just fine. So once we get this all bolted together, we're gonna slap these wheels on each side, and then we can start working on steering. All right, so the wheels are on. Tongue's welded in. The seats seating. John, you ready to set this thing down on the ground?
I'm ready to see what it looks like.
Let's set it down.
It's gonna flip.
It's not gonna flip. Sit down. That's comfy. But I think we're on to something here, Ross. So I'm thinking foot peg.
Yep, put a bar across there.
Yeah, put a bar right there. Show y'all what we got set up for the steering. This is why we keep random piece of junk go-karts laying around. This is a project that got abandoned a few years ago, and it just kind of sat out there, but it had the steering in it. So we're just gonna hook this up. Simple setup, you know, just flat bar connecting rods going to each tire, and then either person will be able to steer it from right here. Anyway. All right, so we got the wheels, the spindles, everything's all put on the frame. Now we just got to figure out how to turn these using this steering column. Now, we wanted to put the steering column right here in the middle, like so. So what I came up with was this. It's just a plate with some 3/4 inch tubing run through it, and I've welded it in place. And what that's going to do is just mount right here in the frame, and then the steering column will go in right here. So you could seat 3 people, and just about anybody can steer it. I'd say we're onto something here. It looks sketchy and fun and dangerous. Sounds like Mini Mayhem material. All right, so I got the steering mount in place, and here's the steering column. I went ahead and made a little stop for it. It's just a washer I had to drill out just a little bit and weld it in place, and then it just drops in. It is a snug fit, but it still turns great, so I'm good with it. I need to get it measured so that we can make some rods. All right, I got one of the steering linkages made. I'm sure it'll turn better when it's moving, but it does turn. I'm gonna show you exactly how I made this. I made this one first to make sure that this would work. Funny story, when I built the first one, it was shorter because my connection down here was flipped around that way. So the wheels actually turned in the opposite direction, which would have been fun, but I got all ideas. Somebody out there at Busco would have got hurt trying to do that, and I'm not trying to have that on my conscience, so I fixed it. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the quick rundown on how I made that arm. So go on Amazon and get you 2 of these bad boys. You can get them in all kinds of different lengths. I just got the short ones because I was going to have to extend them way out anyway. These are the tie rod ends for those little Chinese 4-wheelers. They're relatively cheap. I think I got a pair of them for like 20 bucks, I think. And get you some scrap tube. And then you'll take this and cut it in half. So you end up with this right here. So once you've cut it in half, you'll take each end, you'll put one at your steering column and one at your spindle. Just measure. I usually try to go halfway on these collars, just so I got something to weld to. I don't want to run it all the way up to the tie rod end. You can if you want, but I don't recommend it if you want to have room for adjustment. So here, we've got right at 25 inches. So I'm going to go cut another piece of tube. We'll sling this bad boy on here. Once you got this cut, then you just slide it in here. There we go. Now like that. Just like that. Then you just tack them here, and you can test your steering out and This should work. It should. So for the bottom of the steering column, I made this little piece. It's just some 2-inch flat bar. It's got two 10mm holes down here. This is a 17mm hole. And that's just some 3/4 inch tubing I laid on top and welded in just to kind of give it a guide. And this is an oblong hole because I didn't drill it right the first time. Bolt goes through here to actually make it work on the steering column. But yeah, quick and dirty stuff, but it works. Yes! All right, now that we got the steering together, we've got one thing left to do, and that's put some floorboards in. Let's go bend some tube. All right, I think this is going to work nicely. This one I'm going to have to run a ratchet strap on, pull it in just a little bit. I think a spring bag got me, but other than that, I'm just going to get these mocked up and get them tacked in, and then we'll start figuring out what we're going to cover it with. So I had to get just a little bit creative with the mock-up, but it's all tacked in. We'll take this mess off and see how it looks. So I think that this came out quite nice. It's just tacked in for right now, but I thought it was kind of cool. I bent these at a 90 degree, but with the subtle little bow on the tongue, they've got a little bit of a flare on the back. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it kind of ties it together, and I like it. All right, so we got the frame done for the floorboards. I'm going to throw down some expanded steel, and then we'll keep it moving. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do on the back here is add a hitch ball. I want to be able to put these things in a line and pull a bunch of them down the trail. Now, when we put this together, we made this tail on the back and made it long on purpose so that we could add this. This is just a 2-inch piece of flat bar with a 1-inch hole drilled in the center of it to fit the hitch ball. So I'm just going to weld this in real quick, and we'll try and cap this as well just to kind of clean everything up. Alrighty, hitch ball installed. The tow chair is done. I guess that's what we're calling it, the tow chair. I've already been talking to a couple other people from Busco, and I'm trying to see if they're gonna build some of these for themselves. I would love to see 5 or 6 of these out there just ripping around behind some, homebrew machines. That would just be awesome to me. I realized as I finished this that I don't have anything to pull it with yet. So my tow vehicle will actually be getting built on the next episode. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I think you're gonna like this one. And until next time, y'all get up, get out there, and get after it.